Hello students, a very pleasant and warm greetings to you all. Last class we have seen about menstrual cycle and fertilization to fetal development. Today we are going to see reproductive health, population explosion, contraception and personal hygiene. Let's enter into the first topic. Our first topic is reproductive health. Reproductive health means a total well-being in all aspects of reproduction, ability to reproduce and regulate fertility, woman's ability to undergo pregnancy and safe childbirth, maternal and infant survival and well-being. Several measures were undertaken by the government to improve the reproductive health of the people. So, government has taken several measures. So, the one important measure is national health programs. Under that, two programs are there. First one, family welfare program. Second one, reproductive and child health care program or RCH program. First, let's see family welfare program. This family welfare program includes maternal and child health care, mother and the child health care, immunization of mothers, infants and children. Immunization means vaccination. The nutritional supplement to pregnant women and children. Nutritional supplement, that means balanced diet or the food contain all the nutrients. Then giving knowledge to the couple to use of contraceptive method to improve economic status, living status and quality of life. Giving knowledge to the couple, that means husband and wife. Okay, so contraception with health education to motivate couples to accept contraceptive methods and to have small family norms. That only important. They have small family norms. This improve. So this small family norms improve economic status of the couple, living status and the quality of life. Reproductive and Child Health Care Program, RCH program. It includes pregnancy and childbirth, postnatal care of the mother and child. Postnatal means after the birth. So after birth, that take care of the mother and baby. Then importance of breastfeeding, importance of the mother's milk. Then prevention of reproductive tract infections and sexually transmitted diseases. Prevention of reproductive tract infections and sexually transmitted diseases. Population explosion and family planning. Population explosion and family planning. Population explosion defined as the sudden and rapid rise in the size of population, especially human population. So what is population explosion? Sudden and rapid rise in the size of population, especially human population. That is known as population explosion. Then family planning. Family planning is a way of living that is adopted voluntarily by couples on the basis of knowledge and responsible decisions to promote the health and welfare of the family group and society. That is a family planning. So under that, first one is contraception. This contraception is one of the birth control measure. That is the birth control measure. Contraception is the birth control measure. Here, three types of birth control measures are there. First one is barrier methods. Second one surgical methods. Third one hormonal methods. So these are the three contraceptive methods. Barrier methods, surgical methods, hormonal methods. Barrier methods means this method, barrier method, prevents sperm from meeting the ovum. It prevents the sperms from meeting ovum. Its entry into the female reproductive tract is prevented by barrier. One barrier is present. Okay, so entry into the female reproductive tract is prevented by one barrier, one thing. Okay, so first barrier method is condom. This one male can use. So condom prevents deposition of sperm in the vagina. So it prevents the deposition of sperms in the vagina. Condoms are made of thin rubber or latex sheet. Condom also protects sexually transmitted diseases like syphilis, AIDS. So it to protect the sexually transmitted diseases as well as deposition of sperms in the vagina. So second method is diaphragm or cervical cap. Diaphragm or cervical cap. This one female can use. Vaginal diaphragm fitting into the vagina or a cervical cap fitting over the cervix. So this diaphragm fitting over the cervix region. This prevents the entry of sperms into the uterus. So this also prevents the entry of sperms into the uterus. So barrier methods to condom and diaphragm. The next one is the surgical methods. This surgical contraception or sterilization techniques are terminal methods to prevent any pregnancy. So this is the permanent method. Surgical method is a permanent method. So this procedure in males, it is known as vasectomy. So in male, the surgical method is known as vasectomy, and in females, it is known as tubectomy. Male, the surgical method is known as vasectomy, and females, it is known as tubectomy. These methods, these are methods of permanent birth control. So surgical method is a permanent birth control. Remaining barrier method and hormonal methods, these are temporary, but the surgical method is a permanent method. The next one, hormonal methods. Hormonal methods. Hormonal preparations are in the form of pills or tablets. So tablet we know. So to prevent the pregnancy, they have to use the tablets or pills. These hormones stop the release of egg from the ovary. So these hormones prevent the or stop the release of egg from the ovary. That's a hormonal method. The next one is the intrauterine devices. This also temporary method only. The intrauterine device, that is known as IUD, intrauterine, U and D devices D. So IUD method or contraceptive devices inserted into the uterus. So this intrauterine device is inserted into the uterus. There are two synthetic devices commonly used in India are Lippis loop and copper T, made of copper and plastic. So there are two devices are there, that is Lippis loop and copper T, commonly used in India. This can remain for a period of 3 years. So 3 years, if a female inserted the copper T inside the uterus, means 3-year warranty. Okay, 3 years, there is no problem. This reduces the sperm fertilizing capacity and prevents implantation. So this copper T reduces the sperm fertilizing capacity and prevents implantation into the uterus. This also helps to give adequate time interval between pregnancy. So it prevents the pregnancies. So nowadays 10 years copper T also available. So 3 years, 4 years, 10 years also nowadays available. So this is the intrauterine devices. Example, copper T or Lippis loop. So these are the contraceptive devices, barrier method, surgical method and hormonal methods. Urinary tract infection or UTI, urinary tract infection. Many diseases affect both women and men, that we know, but few diseases occur at a higher frequency in women. So few diseases affect only the woman. Women are susceptible to UTI from the bacteria that are present on skin, rectum or vagina. So maximum this urinary tract infection affects the woman. So it is the bacteria, it is a bacterial disease. This bacteria present on skin, rectum or vagina. So first this bacteria enter the urethra, then only it moves upwards. So the types of UTI diseases we are going to see now. So first disease is known as bladder infection. First urinary tract infection is bladder infection or cystitis. The bacteria lodge in the urinary bladder, thrive and multiply, leading to inflammation. So see this diagram, this is the urinary bladder. The first one is the normal urinary bladder. This is the inflamed bladder. So this is a cross section of the urinary bladder. Here nothing is there, but here the bacteria lodged. Bacteria is present in this urinary bladder. So here there is a swollen and or inflammation in this area, bleeding, as well as bleeding also present inside the urinary bladder because of the bacteria. So this is known as bladder infection or cystitis. So bacteria is present in the urinary bladder and it can multiply. From this place itself it can multiply. So last condition, there is a inflammation in the urinary bladder as well as bleeding. Inside of that, bleeding also occurs. So second one is kidney infection. Second one, kidney infection. The bacteria can travel from the urinary bladder and upward to ureter and affect one or both the kidneys. First it enters into the urinary bladder, then only moves upward. So ureter, through the ureter it can enter into the kidney, sometimes one kidney or sometimes both the kidneys. It also infects the bloodstream and leads to serious life threatening complications. Then it infects the bloodstream. So arteries, veins also present here. It infects the bloodstream. And last condition, maximum, this is the life threatening complications, severe condition. Then third one is the asymptomatic bacteriuria. The bacteria present in the urinary bladder which may not show any symptoms. So third condition, bacteria is present in the urinary bladder but it cannot show any symptoms. So it is known as asymptomatic bacteriuria. So these are the three types of urinary infections: bladder infection, kidney infection, third one asymptomatic bacteriuria. Body hygiene. First, let's see what is hygiene. Hygiene is the practice of healthy living and personal cleanliness. Hygiene is the practice of healthy living and personal cleanliness. Personal hygiene is caring of one's own body and health. So personal hygiene means caring of one's own body and health. Social hygiene is proper care of the surrounding and environment. Proper care of the surrounding environment is known as social hygiene. The main aspect of hygiene are body hygiene, food hygiene, sanitary hygiene and hygienic environment. So now body hygiene. Washing is vital to all age group of people. It maintains our personal hygiene. So washing, that is very, very important. All age group, it is very, very important. It maintains our personal hygiene. A daily bath regularly keeps skin clean and free of germs. So every day we should take bath. So it keeps our skin clean and free of germs. Hair should be kept clean by frequent washing. Then mouthwash should be done after every meal. So after eating every food, we should wash our mouth. We should wash our hands many times during the day. During the day times, many times we have to wash our hands. Cloth towels are used to dry our hands or body. So after washing, we have to use the cloth towel to wipe our hands. They should be dried after each use and laundered regularly. So after wiping, have to dry the cloth towel or any material. Then after that, have to wash regularly. Cloths, handkerchief, undergarments and socks should be washed daily. So cloths, we are using the dresses. So that cloths and handkerchief, underwears and socks should be washed every day. Washing prevents body odor, infections and skin irritation. So when we are washing the clothes and when we are maintaining personal hygiene, it prevents the body odor or body smell, then infections and skin irritation. Toilet hygiene. Parents should guide and practice their children on how to use the toilets at home, in schools and other public places. So parents only have to guide their children how to use the toilets at home and schools and other places. It will protect the children from various contagious infections and diseases. So it will protect the children from various infections and diseases. Then measures. The floors of the toilet should be maintained clean and dry. So the toilet floor must be clean and dry always. This helps to reduce the bad odor and also infection. So it will reduce the bad odor, smell, okay, bad odor and also infection. Toilet flush handles, door knobs, faucets, paper towel dispensers, light switches and walls should be cleaned with the disinfectants to kill harmful germs and bacteria. So these are the areas must be clean, so that have to use the disinfectants, so it will kill the harmful germs and bacteria. Hands should be washed thoroughly with soap before and after toilet use. So after using the toilet, have to thoroughly wash the hands before as well as after use. Menstrual hygiene. Maintaining menstrual hygiene is important for all the overall health of women. So maintaining menstrual hygiene is very, very important. That is important for overall health of a woman. Sanitary pads should be changed regularly to avoid infections due to microbes from vagina and sweat from genitals. So sanitary pads should be changed regularly. Once in 4 hours, sanitary pads must be changed. Why? To avoid infections due to microbes from vagina and sweat from genitals. Second point, use of warm water to clean genitals helps to get rid of menstrual cramps. So during the menstrual time, have to use the warm water to clean the genitals. Third, wearing loose clothing rather than tight fitting clothes will ensure the airflow around the genitals and prevent sweating. So have to use the loose dresses. Tight dresses should not use, only you have to use the loose dresses to ensure. Why we have to use the loose clothes? The airflow around the genitals and prevent sweating. So when we are using the loose clothes, the air can flow everywhere and prevent the sweat. Napkin hygiene. The parents and teachers are to create awareness among the school girls about the use of napkins and their proper disposal. So teachers and parents only have to create the awareness among the girls, how to use the napkin and how to dispose. Girls should be educated in the following ways. The sanitary pad and tampons should be wrapped properly and discarded because they can spread infections. Tampons means cotton cloth. So this sanitary pad as well as tampons should be wrapped properly and have to discard or disposed. Okay, because it produce or it spread infections. Then sanitary pad or tampon should not be flushed down the toilet. So should not put the tampon or sanitary pad inside the toilet. Napkin incinerators are to be used properly for disposal of used napkins. So incinerator, this is a incinerator, that is a machine, electrical machine. It is a device for burning the waste. So incinerators are to be used properly for disposal of used napkins. Just have to put the used napkins inside the incinerator and you have to switch on, so it will dispose. Okay, so maximum hospitals, they are using the incinerator to destroy the medicinal wastes, tablets, waste tablets, wrappers, everything. For that purpose, they are using the incinerators in the hospitals. Textbook evaluation. Roman number 5. Answer in a word or sentence. Question number 5. Name the hormone responsible for the vigorous contractions of the uterine muscles. Oxytocin. Number 6. What is the enzyme present in acrosome of sperm? Hyaluronidase. Number 7. When is World Menstrual Hygiene Day observed? May 28. Number 8. What is the need for contraception? It is a birth control measure. Number 9. Name the part of the human female reproductive system where the following occurs. A. Fertilization. B. Implantation. Answer. Fertilization occurs in fallopian tube. Implantation occurs in uterus. Then, Roman number 6. Short answer questions. Question number 6. Name the secondary sex organs in male. Answer page number 249. Vas deferens, epididymis, seminal vesicle, prostate gland and penis. These are the secondary sex organs in male. Question number 7. What is colostrum? How is milk production hormonally regulated? Answer page number 253. The first fluid which is released from the mammary gland after childbirth is called colostrum. Milk production from alveoli of mammary gland is stimulated by prolactin secreted from the anterior pituitary. The ejection of milk is stimulated by posterior pituitary hormone oxytocin. Question number 8. How can menstrual hygiene be maintained during menstrual days? Answer page number 255 and 256. Number 1. Sanitary pads should be changed regularly to avoid infections due to microbes from vagina and sweat from genitals. Number 2. Use of warm water to clean genitals helps to get rid of menstrual cramps. Number 3. Wearing loose clothing rather than tight-fitting clothes will ensure the airflow around the genitals and prevent sweating. Question number 9. How does developing embryo gets its nourishment inside the mother's body? Answer page number 253. Number 1. The placenta is a disc-shaped structure attached to the uterine wall and is a temporary association between the developing embryo and maternal tissues. Number 2. It allows the exchange of food materials, diffusion of oxygen, excretion of nitrogenous wastes, and elimination of carbon dioxide. Number 3. A cord containing blood vessels that connects the placenta with the fetus is called the umbilical cord. Number 12. Why are the human testes located outside the abdominal cavity? Name the pouch in which they are present. The testes are present inside a pouch called scrotal sac. The testes are located outside the abdominal cavity because sperms develop at a temperature several degrees cooler than normal internal body temperature. Question number 13. Luteal phase of the menstrual cycle is also called the secretory phase. Give reason. Answer page number 251. During the luteal phase, the hormone LH and FSH decrease. Corpus luteum produces progesterone and its level increases followed by a decline if menstrual bleeding occurs. Hence, the luteal phase of menstrual cycle is called secretory phase. Question number 14. Why are family planning methods not adapted by all the people of our country? Number 1. Illiteracy. 2. Poor economic status and poverty. 3. Door-to-door campaign to encourage families could not be done because of overpopulation. Roman number 8. Higher order thinking skills. Number 2. Why menstrual cycle does not take place before puberty and during pregnancy? The reproductive period of a woman's life starts and becomes functional and an increase in sex hormone production starts only in puberty. So, menstrual cycle does not take place before puberty. Pregnancy is initiated by fertilization and zygote formation. The zygote gets implanted in the uterus. The ruptured follicle develops into a temporary endocrine gland called corpus luteum to produce hormones. Uterine wall is thickened to receive the zygote. So, menstrual cycle does not occur during pregnancy. Third question. First paragraph I did not type here. Anyway, you refer the book. Just I am reading. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. Ragini and her parents were watching a television program. An advertisement flashed on the screen which was promoting use of sanitary napkins. Ragini's parents suddenly changed the channel, but she objected to her parents and explained the need and importance of such advertisement. Now listen the question. Question number A. What is the first menstruation called? When does it occur? Answer page number 251. In human females, the menstrual cycle starts at the age of 11 to 13 years, which marks the onset of puberty and is called menarche. B. List out the napkin hygiene measures taken during menstruation. Page number 256. Number 1. The sanitary pad and tampon should be wrapped properly and discarded because they can spread infections. Number 2. Sanitary pad or tampon should not be flushed down the toilet. Number 3. Napkin incinerators are to be used properly for disposal of used napkins. Number C. Do you think that Ragini's objection towards her parents was correct? If so, why? Yes, her objection was correct. The advertisement creates awareness. Thus, by watching such advertisements, girls and their parents will gain knowledge about such products and their usage.